Hello and welcome everyone to the HTMcast.
Number 2!
The second one in a row. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How long's it been?
Like 5 minutes. Okay, let's get on with this. On to the first section. Well, first off, for any of those of you who haven't seen this, there are 3 sections to our HTMcast. The first section is called News or I Feed, which is where we talk about League of Legends news and anything that's going on in the live client or the PvE client or skins, champions, anything really that changes in League is going to be talked about here.
It specifically belongs to Mishi, who is the girl that keeps talking.
Hi,
I'm
Mishi.
Ty. I do the red posts of the section. Oh yes, I talk about what the Reds are talking about because oh my gosh, Reds are so important. And then finally, we pass it off to Hat for the third section.
Stuff.
Hat, say stuff.
My section is where I talk about things that haven't happened and more like on the other parts of the internet because I stick to Tumblr and Twitter and all
He has
that
a
stuff.
Twitter.
So yeah.
All right. So, first off, let's talk about
News or I feed.
changes that are going on. Yeah, news or I feed. First off, I want to go ahead and point out that there were problems with Blade of the Ruined King. With whatever happened with the last patch, it was extremely overpowered and has already been fixed. It's not a problem anymore, hopefully. They didn't really do much to it, but, I mean...
The problem was that it just costed too little for how
They
much it
fixed
did.
it.
Yeah.
That's the
So
only
that
live
was
change
fixed.
that's happened so far. The rest of it will be PvE stuff, yes.
Yes.
So everything we talk about will be
Um,
tentative and subject to change.
It could
As
be completely
always.
different by the time this video
Yep.
goes up.
That could just be stuff that they've been working on and trying. Okay, first off, CDR rooms have been buffed.
They're making it better for supports, and they're making the numbers less stupid, so you can get like perfectly 5% CDR for people who are
Yep,
insane
I
like Hat.
appreciate that.
Alright, Taric nerfs are going on. They made some changes to Taric recently in the last patch, and they're already nerfing him.
It's more of them moving less of his power from the early game into his late game, which is what he needed. Taric didn't do anything late game, and now they're shaving off like some of the damage on his shatter, as well as reducing the stun duration at earlier levels for his dazzle. So they're just making him weaker early game, but that's just so they can make him better late game.
On to Jarvan nerfs. Hat, would you like to take over for that
Jarvan's
one?
shield has been buffed slightly, the shield strength that is, and its mana cost has been reduced at lower levels. However, they have taken the armor aura for allies off of his E, because it was a bunch of invisible power that didn't need to be there, and it was too much.
You didn't even know it was there until we pointed this out,
I didn't know
Hat.
it was there. I thought it was just attack speed.
And he gets to keep his armor. It's just
It's
not for
fair
his
enough.
allies.
It's not something that's needed. He shouldn't have a free Aegis.
On to Elise nerfs. They nerfed the range on her Q, as well as they've nerfed the
Neurotoxin,
damage on
to
her
be
Q.
Only only the base damage. They're keeping the percent health damage, which is what makes her such a bully in lane, because you can just do a bunch of percent health damage to the bruisers that go up there, and then they can't reach you, and then you just tear them to pieces. So they nerfed both her range and the base damages, just to give bruisers an easier time with dealing with her.
Alright, changes to LeBlanc. They are completely changing her R. LeBlanc, at this moment, the way she works is that her R is based off whatever damage her other abilities do. Now they're changing it so her R is completely separate from other abilities. So you don't have to worry about maxing up the thing where she jolts and can jolt backwards without that being, bad. It's going to be better so the R does its own damage. I didn't explain it very well, did
No.
I? I'm sorry.
The R damage is completely separate from what her skills are, so you don't have to rely on her skills doing a bunch of damage for her,
Her
R
R
to do a bunch of
scales
damage.
off itself, not her other skills.
Yes.
That's what I said. Okay, on to Singed.
No.
Singed being nerfed.
No.
Woohoo, Singed nerfs, Singed nerfs.
They really hit his fling, like his E. They cut the AP ratio by 0.25, and then they're also shredding his base damage. But then they're also touching on his R, removing the free disable reduction. So if he wants the free tenacity, he's going to have to get it from Mercury Treads or something. He won't get free tenacity from his R
That's
anymore.
fair enough. Makes sense a bit more Yeah.
less insane.
All right, on to item changes that are completely subject to change. Let's start off with Ravenous Hydra. They nerfed Ravenous Hydra they
Buff.
reduced the cost and they
It's a big
increased the
buff.
lifesteal.
If
Did I
they
say
reduce
nerf?
the cost on something,
I'm sorry,
that's a
I meant buff. I had buff in my head. I'm sorry. Everything's been nerfed. It's not my fault.
I'm surprised. I thought they would be gun shy after Blade of the Ruined King and Black Cleaver, but they just went ahead and reduced the cost and increased how much lifesteal it had on it. So,
I never see anybody building Hydra.
Yeah.
'cause in my eye, it seems more like a luxury jungle item. So maybe we'll see a bit more play with it now.
All right, Runic Bulwark.
they reduced the cost on this as well, but they shaved off some of the stats on it. But
The MR and the health.
they also increased how much bonus it gives to minions, which is really
Armor-wise.
nice.
50% armor increase for minions.
They nerfed Iceborne Gauntlet. The ability power was reduced, as well as the armor was reduced.
I guess they're just tired of seeing Iceborne Gauntlet.
Yeah, everyone builds it.
It's a great item for support. So
A weird
whatnot.
nerf to Seeker's Arm Guard.
Yeah, they reduced the ability power only slightly.
but it's less than what the book gives you.
So if you upgrade it, you actually get less ability power until you farm the Seeker's Arm Guard.
Which I'm kind of about, not appreciating that, but whatever.
All right, on to Sheen and Triforce. Sheen, they reduced it, the total cost, as well as that means that Trinity's Force's cost was reduced. It's not by much, but it's still there.
60 gold, that's another free ward that you can have.
Yeah. Just about. And I think that's it for the item changes that we care about. So, on to...
The fun stuff.
Yeah, well, it's not yet. There's
Aw.
the ward counting that is going to be happening. We're not going to forget that this time. There's ward counting. What it is that they're trying to work on a process where at the end of the game, when the game's over and you see all your stats for minion kills and deaths, there will be a section for how many wards you have placed down, as well as how many wards you have killed. That way, it's kind of a little bit more of an insinuation to...
Incentive.
Thank you. To ward. Because you're like, oh, look at me, I warded. I had 40 wards down throughout the whole game.
How
I'm
many
so
wards
cool.
did you have?
Yeah.
Bro, do you even lift
Yeah.
wards?
Do you even see?
Good one. And they're trying to find a way that people can't abuse it by just placing random wards down in the base. But, honestly, if they're placing wards down, I mean, how I'm going to say it. How could that possibly go wrong?
I'm gonna just plow wards all over the base. Yeah.
If they're going to do this, they were going to troll anyways. It's
Yeah, you're always going to have trolls. There's not much you can do to avoid it.
When you're 0-12-0 with no damage dealt and 40 wards placed, you're gonna get banned.
so it's not a big deal.
On-
We'll find something.
Onto some other little things that are happening on. They are changing the jungle mob's HP bar. There are now ticks, so you can see how much health they have. And we're hoping, we haven't looked at this, but if it's
We'll
right...
put an annotation on the screen if it affects Baron and Dragon.
No, we will put it in the video.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, you're not the editor. You shut up.
Oh.
Don't you promise things you can't promise?
Okay. Apparently,
So
I
it's gonna
don't
be
even
brilliant
lift.
for smiting. So now you can look at the ticks rather than like trying to read the numbers while you're in the middle of fighting.
But keep in mind that also means that it's going to be easier for the enemy team to steal it because they also know when to smite. So, yeah, that's interesting. Alright, on to something else that's a little bit bigger of news. The AFKers, when you get into a game and they select accept and they get in and they don't pick a champion, they just like go to the bathroom or something because they don't care. That team will be dodged.
Boot to the butt, and they'll
Yeah.
get a dodge
Basically,
penalty.
Any instance
It-
where you would be forced to pick a random, it's instead going to kick you and the team, or the whole game.
The person who AFK gets a dodge penalty, and then everybody else just goes back into the queue.
Unless it was a
Ranked team,
yeah,
or group.
where it just
Now, is that all
Words.
for the little things that are going on? I think I
Basically.
got everything covered. Now on to the fun stuff. Guys, there's new skins. Let's start off with Scorched Earth Renekton.
Oh yeah, he's fiery. He's an alligator crocodile movie theater,
Shut up.
and he has like a metal lower jaw, and his axe thing is like a thing that does axe shit. It's
the blade, like,
awesome.
looks like it's superheated on the edges.
They don't have any of the particles for it yet. They'll probably have it out by the time this video is out. But yeah, if he like flings fire all over the place with his skills, it's just like insta-buy, insta-bot.
I love Scorched Earth Xerath, so I'm happy to see more of this theme.
Yeah, it's another part of the theme with Scorched Earth Xerath, which makes us wonder who the other Scorched Earth guys are, but I don't really care because I have Renekton and that's all I need.
Alright, Draven's getting a new skin. Gladiator Draven.
Man Candy Draven. Oh yeah.
He's shirtless.
Ooh, and in a skirt. Only real men wear skirts.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the thing. That facial expression. Oh my god, the face.
What I want to see is for them to go back to all the other things where they Photoshop Draven's face on and just replace it with the Gladiator Draven face.
That would be fantastic.
Oh goodness. Do this for me, LOL community. Do this for me.
All right, Mishy, and what's the last skin?
I don't think you guys want me to talk about it. There's a new Nidalee skin! Ah! I'm so excited.
Nidalee skin. It's Headhunter Nidalee.
Yeah. Theme, man. Got a Yi and Renekton. Not Renekton. Why did I say Renekton? Rengar thing going on. Shut up. I am so excited. And it looks awesome. And she looks all cool when she got the Hex Tech stuff going on. And she's
You don't
all
even
cool
know what
looking.
she looks like.
You've only seen her splash art, no models yet, but from the splash art.
I cannot wait to see the cat. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see the cat. Like, I've already bought this skin 10 times from 10 different people. It's not even out yet. I am that serious about this.
Mishy, I think you wasted.
Shut up!
Okay.
It was worth it. Because I am so excited about
the
this.
Splash. I'm so curious about what her cat form's gonna look like. It looks like this awesome, like, alien beast cat.
I know, and it's really cool. If you look at her hand in the bottom, I think right-hand corner, you can actually see the outline of the cat's paw.
As opposed to just waiting a day to see the model of the
I've
cat.
waited 24 hours for this. I can't wait any longer. It's got like little antelope things in the background. It's so cool. I can't wait. I'm gonna open like 10 different accounts and buy it on all of them.
Why?
It's worth it.
Don't question it. Just let her.
Are you gonna stop me?
Can we talk about the new champion now?
And Nidalee!
Guys, there's this new champion. It's called Karma.
Oh yeah, Karma.
No, we're not talking about that yet. Shut up. Guys, there's a new champion. That's not Karma.
Sejuani?
I'll pick this microphone up and punch you with it. All right, so today, as of Thursday, Riot has leaked some pictures onto the forums of 2 new pictures about new champions coming out. We're speculating that it's this ooze little monster, and it's adorable, and I can't wait. It's Zon.
Flubber, essentially.
Yeah, that's what I thought about. It's Zon, though. That's pretty cool.
Considering the last Zonite champion we got was Victor, I think we're due for another Zon
Seriously.
guy.
They're doing the same cool thing with this champion that they did with Quinn, where they're showing like pictures of like this journal stuff and whatnot, and I really approve of this way of teasing champions.
Yeah, the art is beautiful with it. It looks
It's
so realistic.
brilliant.
It's amazing looking.
So now should we talk about the speculation behind this champ?
Yeah, there's a couple things going on. You want to explain the Grumpy Monkey thing?
Yeah, Grumpy Monkey's forum avatar is... we don't know what it is. It's this little clip from the picture of Battle Bunny Ribbon, and that same picture leaked to Tyrant Swain, and then there's this other thing that we don't know what it is. So everybody presumed it was just future stuff, and everybody keeps asking Grumpy Monkey what it is, and he's like, oh well, and now we know.
We think
Hopefully,
we know.
Maybe. It's probably that. It is probably this adorable ooze thing.
There's also another interesting tidbit about this. Now that Mac is on, not Mac.
Mac is on
now that
LOL,
League is on
guys.
Mac servers.
You can
Yeah!
run on your lols.
Run! Run.
Does that mean they're removing Flash from
You
the game?
stop making that joke. Stop
I
making
applaud
that
you
joke.
for that, sir.
Ugh.
That was well done.
Okay, so in the teaser trailer thing that they had that came along with the Mac client, there was a section where there was a Caitlyn snap trap, and there was a little ooze in the inside of it, and the Caitlyn trap closed. And my first thought was, what the hell is that ooze in there? But I just assumed that it had something to do with the champ that I've never even played or seen before, because there's a couple of those out there. I mean, Karma. So I wasn't sure what it was, but now I'm pretty sure that has to be something. That's not a coincidence. Or is it? Let's
It's
talk
not.
There's
about Karma.
another new champion,
Karma,
guys.
segue.
I said there's another
What?
new champion, guys. It's called Karma. 2 champions at once.
She
Right?
just came out.
Yeah, it's cool.
And
Already
they're giving you a free skin with her? Like,
I know,
oh
that's
my
2
goodness.
champions in a skin. Oh, it's cool.
But how are you supposed to own a champion before they even come out?
Okay, so what's going on here is they finally got around to getting all of the karma stuff out.
Visual.
Yay,
They've
excitement.
been working on
I'm
her.
talking. She looks beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's got the big Ionian feel to her now. I didn't even know she was Ionian, but she is. And they're changing a bunch of her kit as well as her lore.
They were going to change her kit and a lore, and then they just decided to do the visual update
Well,
along with
they
it.
did her lore
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, they are
the
working on
gameplay
that.
update comes later.
They took away her fans.
She didn't have any.
No, you're not cool because Riot's already made the jokes.
Ouch.
Yeah. So they took that away, and some people were kind of upset about it, but it's more of they're trying to focus whatever her weapon she uses now more lore-based than just having fans. Now, for any of you people out there who absolutely adore Karma right now, go to hell.
What?
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
She doesn't do anything!
I think she meant to
Okay,
talk
so all
about
of you
this
people...
new traditional skin.
Okay, so yeah, there's a new traditional skin that's coming out with Karma, and what they're doing is anyone who owns Karma before this comes out, that means, hey, you, right now, if you don't own her, go buy her free skin. You get a free skin with it, and it's called traditional Karma. It's supposed to give more of a feel for the old Karma for any of those people who really liked her. Before you say it, she's already got the old voiceover in that skin as well. It's just kind of a shout back to, hey, this
I
existed.
appreciate that.
Indeed.
Oh, I
For
love
the
that they're
first
doing
2
this.
weeks after her visual update is relaunched, you'll be able to purchase the skin if you did not already own Karma. But after that, it's disappearing into the Legacy Vault.
Which means that Legacy means it can come back at some point, but...
Right?
Forever.
That's what the Legacy means, right? Is it can come
Yes.
back?
Yes.
It's limited edition that doesn't come back. Legacy will come back.
I
from
keep
time to
mixing
time.
those 2 up, but yeah. Karma, yay. She's going to be a support mage, apparently.
like
Something in
Lux and Oriana.
And
Yeah.
Morgana and Zyra.
So that's all we know about her new kit.
I'm excited. I love that. I hope she has Lux ult as her Q.
Well,
it heals. It heals.
Charizard did suggest that mantra style isn't going away. So she might play the same, she's just gonna have better abilities.
So we'll have to see about that in the coming weeks.
All right, on to Tybalt's section.
Tybalt's Forum lurking! Ah!
All right, what are we starting off with?
Well, there's the Nidalee splash arts. Riot Ames finally gave an official response on why Nidalee splash arts haven't been updated yet, and that's pretty much because they try to keep the splash artists and the content teams on the same page and doing the same stuff. So they really haven't gotten the time to do it. They will update Nidalee splash arts, but it's pretty much because everybody's been working on Karma's stuff that they haven't updated Nidalee splashes yet.
But we don't care because Nellie's getting a new splash art. It's amazing.
Skin.
Shut up. I already bought it.
And then there's the Tryndamere bug that happened. If you were wondering about that, it was because his spinning slash didn't do the damage it was supposed to. You could do a spinning slash through a crowd of minions and only hit one of them, and then he could be killed while he was doing his ult Endless Rage, which is exactly what it's not supposed to do.
Jeez, right? What's with these over nerfs? Jeez.
Yeah, right?
Come on now.
And then the big things that I want to talk about today is the hiring. Zilius made a forum post asking for experienced game designers. He actually specifically came out and said, hey, if you've been laid off in the industry and you need a job, we're looking to hire people who are good. And yeah, if you're an experienced game designer looking for a job, go ahead, jump on this because they're asking for you. We'll go ahead and leave the link to that in the description, so anybody who's interested in a job at Riot can get this.
You should work on that.
Yeah. There's iBlitzcrank. The problems with iBlitzcrank is you see his hand, but you don't see his arm, and then there's just this thing that shoots out at you, grabs you, and you don't even know. So they're going to be fixing the particle effects on that, so you can actually see his arm.
His arm's all lasery and stuff, but apparently it's too
Yeah, it's just too
subtle.
hard to see.
It's too subtle to see.
Are they going to fix the thing with Lux?
Yes.
Steelies and Lux?
It's not going to be as soon as the iBlitzcrank fix, but they are going to be fixing Steel Legion Lux's stuff. They actually did fix Steel Legion Lux's stuff, but it wasn't enough, apparently.
What exactly is wrong with Steel Legion Lux?
It's just hard to see
It
her
was hard
E.
to tell what she was doing.
Okay.
It was really hard to see her E. And then Zephyrus was talking about Nautilus. Somebody asked why they haven't been really paying a lot of attention to Nautilus lately, even though he's been falling out of favor. It was because Vise and Xiao and Jarvan have been really strong right now and kind of forcing Nautilus out of his job. And now they want to see where Nautilus is going to fall. And now that the big three have been knocked down from their pedestals, if Nautilus is going to come back into favor before they do anything about him. Which is fair enough. You don't want to buff Nautilus because he is strong. He is strong. It's just there are some better choices right now than him.
The problem is they haven't done anything to Nautilus, and Nautilus just buffs and nerfs himself according to the community.
Yep.
Basically.
It's like, oh, Nautilus sucks. Oh, Nautilus is top tier. Oh, Nautilus sucks again. Oh, he's top tier. Oh, never mind.
Riot never touched him once during that.
And then Smash Gizmo, which is a red I haven't really seen before. He was talking about Zed. Apparently he did a lot of work on Zed. He was explaining why Zed's W does so much, since that some people in the community have been having a problem with just how much power it gives him. But he was explaining that because it gives him so much bonus AD and energy refresh, if he didn't have all this power on his W, then it would be on his Q and his E. And they tried playtesting that, where all of his damage was on his Q and his E, and he just wrecked everybody. Because, oh my goodness, so much damage. So having the W scale off AD makes it, makes his power curve smooth out nicer.
You have to choose which of your attack skills you want to level, and you can't just level your W and expect to get a lot of damage out of it.
Indeed. That's how percentages work.
And honestly, if you think about it, his W doesn't have a lot of stuff on it. It's got his passive AD thing, and also its mechanics where he summons the thing and stuff. The whole energy regaining thing, you might as well think of it as being on the Q and the E.
Indeed.
It's not actually as much as people think it is, in my opinion.
But yeah, if he didn't have the damage scaling on his W, then he would spike really hard and then fall off really hard. And then finally, the last thing I want to talk about is this cool armor thing that Rickless Abandon mathed out. If you want to see it, we'll link it in the description. Pretty much he mathed it out that if your enemies have the maximum possible armor penetration, that you would need 339 armor to break even at 125 effective armor. So yeah.
That's a lot of armor.
Yes, it is.
You forgot about something.
What did I forget?
The search bar.
Oh yeah, that's just a cool little thing. If you're in Champion Select and you're at the part where you can type in a champion's name to look them up, you can type in stuff like Pusher, Mage, Melee, Support, and you get the people who are tagged like that by Riot. It's not really useful because Riot's tags are kind of shit.
Where's my Mage Mundo, Riot?
But hey, it's there, and it's a cool little thing that I didn't know about.
It's nice, but like you said, it's according to Riot. I don't.
Maybe at
agree.
some point it'll get better.
It'd be nice if we could just customize it, but
Yeah, if you could just insert your own tags, that would be kind of nice.
like if you just could type out favorites. A favorite system would be nice.
Yeah.
You can like I don't ever play X Champion. Why would I want to see them on my select? Stuff like
Evelyn.
that.
Well, Evelyn's good now. Never mind.
Well, stuff like Alistair. Like I never play Alistair, but I own him. So, like stuff like that. That'd be nice. But anyways.
So that's all I've got, which means if you like trains and you like rails, then you're not gonna like this segment, Derailed.
Brilliant.
This week on the internet, there hasn't been a whole lot as compared to the last podcast. That last podcast was kind of filled up with PS4 and Riot doing a whole tons of stuff, so this week's been a bit underwhelming. The first thing I have down is the new Tomb Raider game. It's apparently been doing pretty well by all the reviewers.
Good.
I've never played any of the Tomb Raider games, but it's a series I've definitely noticed because it's a big series, but as far as I can tell, a lot of the later games have just sort of been falling off and not exactly doing as well as they could be.
They've kind of lost focus on what's important, which is the running and jumping, and have been putting more focus on how hot Lara Croft is. And they've kind of lost how Laura actually is as a character.
So this is the new Tomb Raider game where it's basically the prequel to all this, where they're starting her story over. And Laura's a lot more human, and you get to see how she... Oh, apparently you get to see how she turns into the badass that we know and love, and I can appreciate them doing this. Like I said, I haven't seen much of it. Like, I've seen a couple, like an hour of gameplay, that's about it, but it's enough to actually make me interested in this series. Like, not like I'm going to go run out and buy it now, but it's looking pretty good. On the opposite end of that spectrum, we have the new Sim City game that came out recently. Oh boy, has this had a lot of controversy around it.
What exactly happened?
EA happened. Enough said. End of podcast.
All right, bye guys.
No,
Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Okay, go ahead.
EA tacked on all of their obvious bullshit onto this board game. People have been looking forward to a new SimCity game for a while now, ever since the flop that apparently was SimCity Societies. I know nothing about it, and apparently I shouldn't. The first big thing, I guess, is the always-on DRM, where you have to be connected to their servers to play their game. Half of the game is played on their servers, all the calculations and stuff. And while they say this is just a thing to make it more compatible with a lot of computers, you just need internet to play it, everybody clearly knows it's their way of tacking on always-on DRM, so that the pirates can't crack it day one.
They'll just crack it day 2.
It might take a month. I don't know anything about that, but it'll happen eventually. But the point is, they're only screwing over the faithful customers. And speaking of screwing over the faithful customers, the game recently just came out, and to no one's surprise ever, we had another Diablo 3 Error 37 fiasco, where nobody could log on to play the game they just bought.
That kind of sucks.
It had like half-an-hour queues and all sorts of server problems, and they even staggered the release for different segments of the world by a couple hours, and it still didn't do enough. They were not prepared for this. And funnily enough, the people who had pre-ordered their dumb limited edition day one DLC nonsense actually couldn't access the game as frequent as people who bought it as it came out. So pre-orders were getting screwed over, basically.
That is the worst possible thing.
I heard people actually like saying like their pre-orders just wouldn't like register, and that's terrible.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, there's all that. The game itself is a lot different than prior SimCities. It's more focused on smaller cities, larger regions, and connectivity, social aspects, and playing with other people. It's actually multiplayer now, if you want it to be.
Technically.
Which is a big change from the other, like all the prior games have been single player. I don't think there's been any multiplayer aspects of it, but yeah, the cities are smaller, and you're supposed to build in all the cities within your region to make a big functioning region. Like you have your industry section and your garbage section or whatever, and you can play that yourself, sure, but you can also have people playing cities at the same exact time. So that's the whole multiplayer thing, and longtime fans of the series aren't very happy with that. Like they want the larger cities, but that's just how the game's designed. So this and all the other problems with the launch and EA being how they are, money grubbing and whatnot, it's just been a stain on this otherwise nice looking game. It's pretty. It looks like it's more complex than like any of the other SimCity games I've ever been. The glass box simulation engine, I think is what it's called. It looks brilliant. Like it simulates like just down to the daily lives of your Sims. Like you can watch them go from their house on their commute to work and whatnot, and you can see crime happening and the fire fighting and whatnot, all that stuff.
You can see an old lady getting mugged.
Probably.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's totally
If you
awesome.
want to see that,
I
just
love
walk
seeing
outside.
Just,
Outside hurts. What if I'm the one that gets mugged? Then it's not fun.
It's fun for me.
see, that actually, like stuff like that looks brilliant. Like it's down to little things like running a nuclear plant. If you don't have educated workers, it's more likely to melt down and whatnot, and it'll tell you that, like, hey, you've got some dumbasses running a nuclear plant. What are you doing?
That's cool.
Stuff like that just looks brilliant, but EA just seems to have ruined this game, just doing their own thing, and it's kind of sad. It's gone to the point where I think a review site lowered the review on it, essentially for the launch period, until they get their shit straight, and that's crazy. Like,
Wow, yeah.
you don't see
What
people.
review site is that?
I don't remember which one it is, unfortunately. It's something I skimmed over today. But anyone changing their review, that's pretty serious. Like,
Well, they're just warning the people, because if you're going to buy a game that doesn't work, you need to be informed on that.
it's very important. I don't know for sure if they have their stuff sorted out yet. I know they're getting new servers apparently, but I don't own the game, nor do I plan to really, because I don't want to deal with Origin. But until you're sure they've got their game figured out, just don't buy it. Just be informed first. And there's not much else to really talk about. There's new Naruto games coming out, which I'm always excited about. And the new Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Words Explosion.
Super awesome ninja, ultimate awesome.
That's coming up for the PS3 and Xbox 360, I think.
Then there's the 3DS one.
Yeah, the derpy 3DS one I've seen. I've only seen pictures of it. I could be wrong. It could be fantastic, but it looks derpy and like all the characters are chibi and stuff. And
But chibi's cute.
I guess
I don't want cute in my fighting game.
I do.
I know that's how I feel. Like, I know the 3DS is capable of more than that, and I don't know why they went. I think it's a 2D fighting game. I don't know. I don't really care. The console one does look brilliant. It's the same as the other two, just better. So that's something I'm kind of looking forward to. There was a game you wanted to talk about, right? What was it?
Deadpool trailer.
Deadpool trailer. Yes.
Yes, the amazing Deadpool trailer, linked in the description.
Woohoo!
Completely.
Deadpool, yeah.
He deserves the best possible game, and that looks like what we're going to get because of how long we have to wait.
December 31st, 2013, guys. Woohoo!
Which is the nice way of saying 2014, maybe.
But I'm totally okay with that. He's already gotten the best trailers like ever, so I expect good things about this game, and they can take as much time as they need.
This is like the second one I've seen, and both of them have been fantastic.
Oh yes, so go watch those. And the last thing,
Oh, you go ahead.
no, what are we talking about?
I was gonna mention
Castlevania.
Castlevania.
Beat you all to it.
Go ahead, talk about Castlevania.
There's a Castlevania 3DS game. It's like Lords of Shadow, Mirror of something.
Mirror of
which
Fate.
it makes it, Mirror of Fate, which makes it another Lords of Shadow game, which I'm probably gonna skip out on, because it's by the same people who made the Xbox 360 Lords of Shadow, which was kind of lame, honestly. So I'm gonna just pass on the 3DS one.
I've seen some poor reviews from it from sites, but it doesn't seem to be that way for the actual consumers, so it's hard to say either way.
I'll look it up. I'll give it the fair chance it deserves, being Castlevania, but I'm not gonna put my hopes up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up like I did for Lords of Shadow.
So that just leaves the last thing I want to talk about is just a scrap of Watch Dogs news that I was able to find. It was basically, I think, the developer either the developer or the director talking about how it's going to have their own take on a morality system.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh, no.
the first thing they did was like, no, it's not going to be like the whole ugly black and white, good, bad ending morality system.
Which is what everybody says.
Yeah, everybody says that now. It's like, but apparently it's going to be something where you're tracking how much collateral damage you cause using the CTOS hacking system, where you hack the city. That's the part of the big thing of the game, and depending on how much destruction and stuff you cause, it will apparently affect how people see you. Like, you're either like the helpful rogue, like fighting the government, whatever kind of good, or you're some crazy psychopath who crashes cars all day. So, could be interesting. All I can do is trust Ubisoft into doing this well. I don't want to see a good, bad ending nonsense. That's That's all they've said. I'm going to look for every bit of scrap of news I can find for the game, and knowing that they could be doing something cool with morality might be nice.
It could be the first game to do morality well, or it could be one of the millions of games that doesn't do morality well. Looking forward to it.
We'll have to wait and see, but that's pretty much it for the week. Not much else that's gone on. So I
Sounds
think
good.
It's time to wrap things up.
A good wrap up to our number 2 podcast.
HTMcast!
Yeah. So yeah, check back next Saturday. Hopefully we'll have another video up of some changes and some more updates on things that are going on.
Don't forget to ask us questions in the comments, and we'll try to do our best to respond to them.
I guess we need a weekly question, huh?
Yeah, did we come up with one this time?
Did we come up with one last time?
Yes, we did.
What was it?
I don't know. Go watch the video.
It was the one where... Never mind.
How awesome is the new Nidalee skin? Comment and tell me, and if you say it sucks, I swear to God, I'll punch you through the internet. Have a nice
Or-
week, guys!
What's your favorite of the 3 new skins? And what do you think about them? Is there anything you don't like about them?
It's really awesome, and I really like it. I love the cat, even though I don't know what the cat looks like. I really like
And
it.
what do you think of the Karma rework? That's
I don't
what we'd
care,
like to hear.
Because Nidalee's gonna get her skin.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Nidalee!
Good night, YouTube.
Bye.